You probably recognize this situation. Staring at a screen, clicking through multiple university portals, trying to decipher a process that seems to require 3 different forms, 2 manual approvals, and an endless loop of waiting. Most students accept this friction as a permanent feature of college life and figure out a way to endure it. Your goal is to map exactly why the process breaks down and then redesign it. You are stepping into the role of an organizational AI change champion. Instead of acting as a frustrated end user, you will operate like a service designer, evaluating messy systems, finding the bottlenecks, and implementing targeted AI-enabled solutions. To see how this works in practice, we are going to walk through a notoriously complex student-facing workflow, navigating academic advising and credit transfer.
Tackling a real problem like this improves the campus experience while providing you with a concrete professional portfolio piece, showing employers you know how to lead organizational change. We start by putting a strict fence around our workflow. For credit transfers, the process begins the moment a student submits an old transcript, and it ends the moment those credits appear on their official degree audit. We ignore everything outside of that pathway. By setting these boundaries, you avoid scope creep. Before looking for a solution, you define your objectives and set up key performance indicators, like tracking the cycle time or the number of manual handoffs, so you can measure whether your redesign works. Next, you map the current state. The official university policy might describe a clean 3-step journey, but when you survey the actual students and staff, you find the lived experience is full of rework, hidden loops, and emails asking the same questions over and over. It is very tempting at this stage to decide you want to build an AI chatbot to answer those emails. That is backward. If you start with a tool before you understand the burden, you end up designing a feature that nobody needs. Instead, trace the evidence back to the source. All those delayed emails and student drop-offs are symptoms. The root cause might be that the initial intake forms ask for information students don't have. You isolate that exact point of failure. By mapping the boundaries, the lived friction, and the root causes, you earn the right to propose a solution. You must understand the human struggle inside the system before attempting to introduce technology. Once the root problem is defined, we enter Phase 7, exploring where AI can create value within our mapped workflow. We apply strict constraints here. AI should handle repetitive, information-heavy tasks to reduce operational burden. But it must be applied in a way that protects student privacy, maintains fairness, and keeps human judgment central where it counts. This flowchart shows an 8-step process for advising and credit transfer. Notice the 3 specific steps we've highlighted in red, where the manual burden is highest: calculating missing credits, checking prerequisites, and the final sign-off. Pause the video, look at these 3 steps, and apply our constraints. Which of these tasks should be handed over to an AI tool, and which must remain human-led? AI is suited to cross-reference course descriptions for missing credits, and it can instantly scan a database to check prerequisites. But the final academic sign-off requires institutional accountability. That stays firmly in human hands. With the AI steps defined, we move to Phase 9. You build a low-fidelity prototype, like a basic wireframe or a decision support script, and put it in front of actual users for testing. A theoretical workflow usually falls apart when real humans touch it. Prototyping and user testing force you to confront the reality of how staff and students interact with your AI solution, allowing you to refine the system before you build it. Finally, we reach Phase 10. Your workflow is mapped, the AI is tested, and now you have to pitch this new system to university readership to secure a pilot program. Technically perfect workflows will fail if the human element of change is ignored. Your pitch must address how users will actually adopt the new process. To prove your redesign will survive launch, your pitch must detail a strategy across 5 layers of change. You start with the foundation. The technical layer outlines data protections and system access. The process layer clarifies the new human-in-the-loop handoffs. The social layer identifies the stakeholders you need to engage to manage resistance. Then you cover execution. The behavioral layer pinpoints the specific habits staff must build to use the system, and the communication and training layer details exactly how you will instruct users during the rollout. A pitch structured across these 5 layers provides a credible, step-by-step strategy for organizational adoption. True change champions identify the exact point of friction, design an ethical AI-enabled workflow, and build the organizational roadmap to make it a reality.